Hello and welcome back to Top 3. In this episode, we send one man with one mission to find some of the best Comtam in Vancouver and bring back an authentic item you might have not seen before in Canada. So it's time to grab yourself a coffee and let's feast. Here are the top 3 Comtam places we have found so far.
Oink, 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 oink.
When I'm in Vietnam and I walk into a Comtam place, the first thing that hits me is the smell of the freshly grilled pork chop in front of the store. I'm pretty sure they do this to lure you in. And then you see the display of side dishes and options you can have on your rice. But before we talk about the rice, if I do anything in life, I just want to be the guy that introduced you to Dup Mao if you haven't heard about it already. Now what is Dup Mao, you ask? You see this piece of pork chop right here? Before it's served to the customer, there is excess fat on the side, right here. That is then chopped up and then fried till it's crispy with some green onions. One can argue that this is not the healthiest option you can have. And that's why you can only get it at 2 out of the 3 places on this list. But next time you have fried chicken, try not eating the skin.
Hey guys, today I'm at Vietnam House on Hastings and we got a Comtam plate right here. Wait a minute, this is missing something. Now we're talking. Comtam used to be a breakfast dish in Vietnam, but now it's eaten all day long. So for breakfast, you definitely need a café soda. But today we're feeling extra like that. You got a café soda milkshake. I actually haven't seen a lot of these around. Oh. Let's try this. Oh. Got the whipped cream on top, but I'm on a diet, so we'll just have the coffee and the ice cream. Oh. Look at this. You too could have a café soda or a milkshake coffee. Your choice. Now this item. This here is an egg yolk popped in with some foie broth. You too could have this for $2.50 at any of the 3 locations that we're gonna be shooting at for this top 3. For me, this is just one of those items that you gotta have right next to your Comtam. Foie broth and egg yolk. Now let's get to the Comtam. For me, when I get a plate of Comtam, the first thing I do is you gotta put the fish sauce in with the mahan and the rice, and you just taste the rice. Broken rice is actually really rare to find. But, in my opinion, this is still missing something. Now we're talking. Right here, my friend, this is mahan and tep mal. So, this is green onions and fried pork fat. This item is something that you're gonna see in Vietnam everywhere when you eat broken rice, Comtam. The sad part is that here, due to health issues and just popularity, there's not a lot of tep mal right here on top of your broken rice. But you too, at any of these 3 locations, tell them Hell asked you to, you could get mahan and tep mal on top of your Comtam. Special order. Tell them Hell sent you. You will get this. That's looking better. So this is how I like my Comtam. A little bit more fish sauce. And all you gotta do is you just gotta taste the broken rice, the comtam, with some tép mỡ and mỡ hành. And this is enough for me right here. This is all I need right here. Broken rice is actually something that wasn't eaten a lot back in the day. It was actually fed to animals and the poor. The reason why is broken rice is not a whole grain of rice. It's fractals. It's fractured rice. So it's parts of it. And it's due to harvesting, milling, or transportation. Now we're on to the good part. This is the pork chop. This is gumso. This is so. When I'm eating broken rice with a pork chop, the thing I always look for is the char on this pork chop right here. You gotta get the char. The char is from the sweetness and the sugar of the sugar and the fish sauce. When you grill it, oh. This is what sets broken rice apart. I know a lot of you guys are probably saying right now, what the hell? I didn't see that before. Now, a very classic plate of comtam, an authentic plate of comtam is actually cơm sườn bì chả. Cơm sườn bì chả. This is the pork chop, of course. This is shredded pork, the bì, right? And this is actually steamed pork and an egg mixture. It's like a meat pie. Now you're wondering, what is this sunny side egg yolk doing here? This is actually an add-on, but I like sunny side eggs with my rice. I don't know about you, but I'm going straight for it. A little bit of rice. Look at that. I don't know about you guys, but an awesome way to start your morning, start your breakfast. Get some coffee, some rice, some fish sauce, and I even have myself some phao broth for $2.50. Today, we're here for the comtam, but just in case you guys are wondering what these two items on the side are, this is actually crab udon, bánh cua. And they make it a little bit, I call it saksa. They make it a little bit thicker. It's not just a soup broth. It's a little bit more thick. So this bánh cua is kind of a rare item. That's why I wanted to feature it too. So you got crab udon in a very, very special broth. Second, this is bò kho, beef stew, Vietnamese beef stew. Very, very tender beef with some carrots. Oh, look at that. It just falls right there. Look at that. All that. Oh. And of course, you dip it with bread. You can eat this with pho noodles. You can eat this with rice, noodles, or pho noodles, or regular noodles. But that's it from Vietnam House on Hastings here, guys. Check them out yourselves. On to our next joint.
It's 9 a.m. Most places aren't even serving café soda yet. But you're hangry and you need some food. Well, lucky for you, Green Lemongrass at 1086 on Kingsway is open earlier than most places. Let's check them out.
Good morning, guys. Now I'm at Lemongrass. It's bright in the morning. I think I'm gonna have a little bit of orange juice first to start my day instead of café soda this time. Just some freshly squeezed orange juice. We've been lucky enough to get in a little bit early. Yen let us in a little bit early this morning. I'm here for the comtam. This is obviously again cơm sườn bì chả. And at Lemongrass also, if you guys need a little extra mỡ hành or tép mỡ, just ask them. Tell them Hell sent you, and you'll get a little bit of that. And also participating, they have here an egg dropped within some phao broth. I'm gonna start off with this. If I could start my day like this every day, it would be an awesome, awesome life. So when I'm in Vietnam for breakfast, usually what I like is either pho or Comtam. For me, restaurants in Vietnam, they lure you in with the smell of the grilled meat. After you're in the restaurant, then you see a bunch of side dishes, some meat, some side dishes that you can add on your rice, and you get to pick. I'm usually there. The first thing I'm gonna do is try out the rice, the broken rice. And then I go for the pork chop. And then slowly I work myself to the bait, the shredded pork. Have a little try of this. This is yuzu, some cucumber, julienne cucumber. Now let's touch on the shredded pork, bait. Bait is just shredded pork with a little bit of skin. The skin is a little bit of a jelly texture, and then you have your shredded pork meat. I like this really thin the way this is actually, so that it's not so dry when you're eating it with your gum. If it's too thick, it tends to dry out and it doesn't go very well with the gum, in my opinion. So I really like this a little bit more shredded. This is perfect right here. Now the meatloaf, we're on to the meatloaf. The jab. I like my meatloaf nice and soft, not so dry either. Now because it's broken, it actually has a greater surface area to soak in the fish sauce. So when you drench it with fish sauce and you eat it, the flavors actually hit you better than it would with long grain rice. Now, when you pair that fish sauce, the green onions, the shredded pork, a little bit of jab, and some grilled meat, all in one bite. You just have this wonderful gum feeling. I just prefer broken rice over regular steamed rice when I'm eating gum sue. That's just my preference because that's kind of what I grew up on eating when I was eating outside from home. We didn't really ever cook Comtam at home. It was just an item that I'd eat on the streets. Not a lot of people do cook this at home either. It's kind of hard to cook, kind of hard to keep, and kind of hard to serve to customers also, because it can dry out. Now the cucumber and the pickled vegetables. When you're eating all this rice and all this meat, you just kind of wanted like a mini salad on the side. This is why they serve this with it. It's very refreshing when you have all this fish sauce in your mouth. Now, I know some of you guys are probably wondering what's on the side here. This is bánh bột king. This is some fried rice flour cake. I featured this a couple times already on our channel. But this is one of those great dishes around here that kind of deserves another feature. Alright, so we have some pickled papaya, some shredded carrots, shredded papaya, with their dipping sauce. This is a very simple but savory dish. You have the egg, you have the pan-fried rice flour cake, so the crispiness from this, the softness from the egg. Then you dip it in this sauce. Very simple, but delicious. Now, on the right side, this is like a pancake. This is like a shrimp pancake. It's crispy. They put a shrimp inside. Quiet. So here you have some dry rice noodles that's seasoned, some squid, some shrimp, a little bit of dep mal here. This is also what belongs in this dish, in this bowl of soup. Some fried onions. This looks like some fish cake. Yeah. Some pork. And we got some liver and some heart. With some little bit of chive on top here, of course. This you could eat dry or wet with the soup inside. Some prefer it dry, some prefer it wet. It's really up to you, up to your preference. This is one of their top sellers here. Man, I'm stuffed. But that's it here from Lemongrass, guys. On to our next stop.
For our next stop, we stopped by Tai Hang 2, and just like both the other restaurants, this place is loaded with an arsenal of Vietnamese dishes served at a fairly low price so everyone can enjoy it without breaking the bank.
Hey guys, now we've made it to Tai Hang. If you guys made it this far, then you guys will realize that this is not a regular plate of Comtam Bì Chả. Right here I have some beef short rib. Hola! This beef short rib is actually not a traditional item you would find in Vietnam because beef is fairly expensive. But I'd like to highlight this dish since you guys already seen Comtam Bì Chả at the other two places. I wanted to choose this because for $12 you guys can get some beef short ribs, pork chop, comtam, and some veggies on the side, all for a low price. And of course, I just made another deal. Now, all three locations you can get some pho broth with an egg popped in for $2.50. Let's try to keep this at $2.50 for a while I pop this egg here. If you guys come to any of these three places, all you really need to do, trust me, is just this. You get some ma han, you get some fish sauce and some comtam, and this is really all that you need. All of this stuff here is just bonus. I have a little bit of pickled vegetables here. It's kind of like kimchi flavor. Yeah. Also fresh cucumber, some pickled carrots. And of course, the pork chop. This is the main star after this. And look at this. And of course, the beef short rib. I would like to take this time to say thank you to all the restaurant owners for letting us film our production of two, for making all this possible. Comtam for me is just something that is a staple in Vietnam. It's generally kept at a low price so everybody can enjoy it. I hope it's kept that way for a very long time. If you guys would like to see any other special dish that you'd like us to feature on our channel, please comment down below. Bấm lúc nào đã vui cũng được. Or please contact us at Heomeoproductions@gmail.com. Thank you. Bye bye.